This is a podcast about gossip, dirty laundry, chitter-chatter, and backfence prittle-prattle. In each episode, Joe Wilkinson, David Earl, and Poppy the Postwoman invite you lot, the lovely listeners, to send in any juicy gossip you might have heard over the years. At the end of each episode they will choose their favorite bit of gossip and help spread it around the world. So, without further ado, welcome to Garage Mopeds. No, Gwen Stefani's mummy. No, German measles. No, Gossipmongers. Yes, Gossipmongers. Yes, and that's it. 8 Gossipmongers. Welcome. Gossip number 1
is from Arthur, Isle of Wight. So,
pretty good.
Yeah,
good start.
Okay.
It's really weird.
I feel relieved to finally have a platform to share this. During my late teenage years, I had moved into my own place, and hold on a minute. Got shit in my throat. Hold on.
Very podcasty.
I got shit in my throat.
Gosh, a little confession there from Poppy.
Yeah.
Spaffing shit into my throat.
Yeah.
Think about the shit in my throat. Right, okay, hold on a minute. All right, this is from Arthur in the Isle of Wight. I feel relieved to finally have a platform to share this. During my late teenage years, I'd moved into my own place, which I shared with friends who I'd grown up with and knew very well, or so I thought. Having grown up on the Isle of Wight, I've become immune to an extra toe or finger rumour. However, what I saw one day didn't even do these rumours justice. It was the morning that I was running late for work, and by chance I had looked into the bathroom to witness my housemate applying deodorant, and as I glanced away, it caught my eye. A tiny pair of bollocks and a small, sad-looking cock fell from his left armpit.
Sorry, you're going to have to rewind for me a little bit.
Okay, so he's looking, he looked into the bathroom and then saw a tiny pair of bollocks and a small, sad-looking cock falling from his left armpit.
Right.
I had to double take to ensure I'd correctly seen this surprised genitalia.
Surprise. What's that?
He quietly spoke.
You
saw, didn't you? And I ran out the door and proceeded to work without saying anything. On my way to work, I had so many questions, but generally I'd felt disappointed my friend hadn't been able to tell me about his armpit, knob and balls.
There's your title.
And decided to never mention it again. For the next few weeks, I avoided eye contact and general conversation for fear he would show me his extra bollock. His awkwardness around me confirmed what I had seen that fateful morning. Eventually, things went back to normal, but occasionally I'd catch a glimpse of him scratching his armpit.
Wank himself off.
Or having a fiddle, and I would give him a sympathetic look. Oh.
Good guy.
P.S. He's never been swimming. That's it. Arthur from Isle of Wight.
He's never been armpit, cock and balls.
Yeah.
That's good. It's great.
Get it?
Yeah. Never saw
I
that
understand.
coming.
Yeah.
No.
Knob and bollocks hanging in an armpit. Nothing strange about that. Nothing at all. Todger and a nutsack in an armpit? No. Totally normal? Gossip number 2.
Hello, this is from Mark from Hull. Thought you'd like to know about a completely unsubstantiated rumour regarding one of the ladies that work in the office at my company. Now, this lady is in her early 60s, and the rumour regards inappropriate conduct with young male apprentices at the company.
Okay.
Word has it she would buy a tube of 100 foam banana sweets.
What? Oh, right.
And after luring one of the impressionable teens into her den, she would proceed to lie on her back with her nipsy facing the ceiling.
What's that?
Don't know.
Nipsey.
Nipsy facing the ceiling, whilst the apprentice loaded the sweets into her arse one at a time.
Okay.
Until they're all consumed. At this point...
100 of them?
100, yes, David. 100 foam banana sweets. Keep up.
Yeah, sorry.
Listen. At this point, a 2-litre bottle of cola was produced. Violently shaken, and quick as a flash, it was top off and emptied into the rectum. How do you ask a teenager in the office to do this out of interest? The apprentice would then lie on his back while she squatted over his face, firing the bananas like a Tommy gun and desperately tried to catch as many as possible with his mouth. Apparently, if they failed to catch more than her age, the ritual was repeated until her legs started hurting. That might be bollocks, but it's staying in. You had me at her age. You have to get more than her age. Every year it gets trickier.
Only slightly.
Dirty old woman playing bottom games. Dirty old woman playing bottom games, using her bum like a gun and firing sweets. I can't be bothered to carry on with this. Get a life, lady. Using her bum like a gun and firing the sweets. Using her bum like a gun and firing the sweets. Gossip number 3.
This is a very relaxed rumour, opening to a rumour.
Good.
Got the train with my kid from London Victoria to Kent just after the London bombings. Sat down, chilled out. Lady gets on the carriage in full burqa. All you can see are her eyes, and she sits in the seats behind us. We're rolling along. She suddenly stands up and paces the carriage, looking out the window, all antsy, and sitting down again. Up and down she was for a good couple of minutes. Being a sun reader at the time, I obviously knew no better but to feel instant fear. This kind of escalated when she peeped her head in between the headrests and said to me, "Do you know if the devil's in hell?" And I was like, "What?" Looking at my kid's eyes bulge out of her head. Louder, she said, "Do you know if the devil's in hell?" And I again was like, "What?" And at that moment, I seriously thought, that's it, we're going to fucking die on the South Eastern Rail. We're dead, mate. Again, she looked at me full in the eye, peeking between the headrests, and again loudly, "Do you know if the devil's in hell?" And I shit myself. I really panicked. I looked round the carriage at the other passengers, all frantic, shouting, "I don't know what she's saying. Please help me." And she stood up, pulled the flap over her face, all Aggie-like, and quite fucking clearly said, "Do you know if the next stop is Denmark Hill?"
Like the flap.
"No," I cried out of sheer shitting relief. "You're on the wrong fucking train." It's a real sense of relief in this room.
Oh, there is. He's a good guy. He's a good guy. He's not a wrong 'un. It was a misunderstanding. ending. Thank the Lord.
So tense as I was reading that.
Because like, why is he still reading it? Why haven't we bailed out? Oh, lovely.
Oh, God.
Oh, pull back and reveal. Oh, amazing. Who was that?
That was from
Anonymous.
Yeah.
Oh, God. I know which train he was on, weirdly.
Really?
Well, one she should have been on. Goes to where my mum and dad live, whatever. Sounds like I'm showing off.
Johnson. What was she saying? Do you know if the devil's in hell?
In hell.
Do you know?
Scary.
All Aggie-like. I'm going to start saying that. All Aggie-like.
Oh, God.
Oh, wow. I think I nearly stood up and applauded then.
Oh, bollocks.
Oh, that is headphones. That excited.
Well, it was a big relief. So lovely to have a happy ending. Without any bombings involved. Without any bombing. Without any bombing. Gossip number 4.
Dear Poppy, Joe and David, this is from Colin. As a child, I was sent every summer to my dad's house in rural Kent. As a naive child coming from Northern Ireland, I was told the following gossip from the local children, and it stuck with me to this day, some 30 years. In the small town was a pub, newsagent and a chemist. Beside a small wooded forest was a bench where sat most days 2 older gentlemen affectionately known as Bill and Ben. One day I made mention that they always seemed to be there. The group told me that the reason was because they would take it in turns to go into the woods where there was a tree that had halfway up it a branch in the shape of a long bulbous cock. And they'd use the tree to pleasure themselves. After withdrawing in shock, I asked how they knew this. Apparently, the pharmacy in the village was only able to stay open because Bill and Ben would buy so many sanitary towels
Oh, God.
to insert into their anuses to stop the blood flow
Oh, God, that's awful.
after the hard and thorny tree fucking.
So horrible.
Just,
2 elderly gentlemen on the bench,
just literally enjoying the
just
sunshine.
on the edge of the woods.
Never had a branch up their arse in their lives.
Tree fucking.
Never fucked a tree.
Just chatting.
Just sat
Couple
there.
of widows.
Very, very nice view. I reckon they're sticking branches up their arse.
God almighty.
Come on, they're just they're lonely and they're mates and they can't afford to go to the pub. No. Really? Do you not think they're going?
There's a branch in there.
How
It's
come
shaped
there's one of them sat on his own at the moment? The other one's clearly in the woods shoving a bulbous branch up his rectum. Bill and Ben,
Tree fuckers.
tree fuckers.
Oh, fucking hell.
So awful.
Cemetery towels. Yeah. Fucking hell. It's the only reason it stays open. More? Do you want more? Fancy buying in bulk? Stand in order.
I love just two guys sat on a bench as well.
What fucked up little bastard came up with that?
Two old gentlemen who enjoy sitting on the bench on the edge of the woods. Why? To have a picnic? No. To have a natter? No. To fuck an oak tree? Yes. You got it. Gossip number 5.
This is from Emily. Hi guys, during secondary school, I had an albino deaf girl in my class called Rebecca. During one art class, we could hear a strange noise, like a table wobbling back and forth. After a bit of chat, we found that the noise was coming from Rebecca. Rebecca had become quite intimate with the chair leg.
It tickled you.
This happened
Love it.
every art class. The rumour is that Rebecca was found by a music teacher in the music block with in one of the small rooms where people have music lessons. She was having a bit of a fondle. When the teacher asked her to stop what she was doing, Rebecca replied, "I like it," and turned her hearing aid off.
Good on her. Love it.
You can't get me.
What? I can't hear you? Sorry. No, I can't hear you. Frig. 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 Frigging all day long because I can't hear you.
Gossip number 6.
I don't know who this is from. A friend of mine told me about a school sports event he went to where he was competing in the long jump. He was around 13 to 14 years old and represented his school in a Kent Schools Athletics Championships in the 1990s.
Oh, I'd left school by then.
He told me about another kid in the same event from another school. My friend said that during the heats, every time this other kid began his run-up, his knob would fall out of his underwear and flap around outside of his shorts.
Not Peter Beardsley.
Then, in midair, it would be out on display for all to see. He'd land in the sandpit and have to quickly pop it back in.
Literally the most innocent knob story.
But everyone watching his heats saw his knob every time he jumped. As you can imagine, the number of people watching the under-13s long jump event at the Kent Schools Athletics Championships wouldn't be too large, so his knob wouldn't have been seen by too many people. Or so you'd think. It's a twist. As he progressed further and further through the competition,
Unfortunately, he's good at it.
making all the judges just liked him. As he progressed,
Get out in a meter.
he's crap at jumping, but as he progressed further and further through the competition, making it through each round, more and more people gathered to watch. According to my friend, word of the knob flying out had clearly gotten round the event.
Oh, God.
So with every
Not
run
going
up,
on in Kent.
so with every run up, his knob would fall out. And as he flew through the air, the ever larger crowd of parents and other kids would get a full look at it. By the end, there were apparently about 100 people all gathered around the sandpit, watching him quickly poking his knob away after completing another impressive jump. I don't know if the flying knob kid took home the gold or not, but he definitely put on the best performance for the crowd. My friend went on to say that the next year, the crowd for the first heats at the long jump sandpit were huge. Not for the finals, for the heats.
On the off chance.
Clearly, those in attendance the previous year had spread the word about the flying knob kid with his cape. Sadly, according to my friend, the kid whose knob kept flying out wasn't competing that year. So the large crowd quickly dispersed. That's from Anonymous.
Oh, please write in and tell us who you are.
Wonderful.
Because I'm from Kent. I can find out who it is.
Fucking
I think it might have been Michael Bates.
That was
Long
that was
jump.
amazing. That could be a film.
God, what a film.
Got an audition next week.
Yeah.
Long jump.
I love his routine of landing, quickly tucking it away.
I know, because you know what you'd do it. Because he really wanted to win. Concentrate on the jump and then worry about it. Imagine how...
The disappointment the next year.
Yeah.
Oh.
I bought a packed lunch. Just going to bed in and watch the long jump.
Flying knob kid.
I don't know how badly you want to see a teenager's knob.
Seems to be a demand for it.
Like,
Yeah.
it's incredible.
That was brilliant. So innocent.
Yeah.
Just a poor kid. He's probably like forgotten about it himself now. I'm just going to listen to this podcast. Shit, I think that's me.
The flying knob kids, to be
No,
honest.
just,
Send him
what's he
more.
doing now? Is he happy?
Fighting crime.
With one nut out.
Flying knob boy. What more do I need to say? One hell of a great long jumper. One hell of a great knob. Wonderful combination if you ask me. Flying knob boy. Gossip number 7. Celebrity. Matthew Crosby.
Hello guys, here's my bit of gossip. So when I was at school, there was a real trend for peanutting, which was if you pulled the long bit of someone's tie, it would make the knot go really, really tight, and you couldn't undo it anymore. And you have to cut through it, and your mum would have to buy you a new tie. So what we did to combat this was we started putting 2p pieces in the knot of our tie, so that if you pulled the long bit of the tie, the 2p piece would sort of stop the knot from going too tight. It would sort of, act as a little buffer. However, we then heard that a kid from another school had actually he'd put the 2p in his tie. He'd been peanutted, and the tie had acted like a sort of shotgun and fired the 2p piece through his chin up into his brain. So we stopped that, and the reign of peanut terror continued. Anyway, hope you're well. Bye.
When you buy the award-winning Alfa Romeo Giulia or the Stelvio Performance SUV, you can pretend it's for the 5-year warranty, the 3 years free servicing, 5 years roadside assistance, or the 5 years 0% APR. But the real reason is, you just want an Alfa Romeo. Start something beautiful. Visit alfaromeo.co.uk.
5 years or 75,000 miles warranty. Minimum 35% customer deposit. 60 months term. HP sales until 30th of June 2019. T's and C's apply. Alfa Romeo Financial Services.
From finance app makers and mobile car washers to fitness and nutrition startups, In Good Company is a new podcast from BT about small and medium businesses who've dared to do more with digital. In this episode, we found out how businesses can make it easier to network and build new relationships with a little help from technology. It's SME Chat with a slice of tech, hosted by me, Kate Russell. Listen today by searching In Good Company from BT in your podcast app.
Gossip number 8.
This is from Anonymous. Hi guys. Several years ago, a director friend of mine was working on a documentary about celebrity scandals and had the opportunity to interview the now deceased celebrity PR guru. After the interview, the cameras had stopped filming. My friend asked off the record what was the weirdest celebrity scandal he'd ever been involved in and had to cover up. Thought for a minute, then offered up the following story.
Okay, this is lovely.
A very famous Hollywood actor once asked his own PA to track down and locate all the best lookalikes of himself.
I'm excited.
I don't mind if it ends there. I.e. people that make an occasional living out of pretending to be said actor at various events. The PA managed to find approximately 10 male lookalikes who perfectly fitted the brief. Where's this going? These guys were practically identical to said actor. From those 10, the PA was asked to inquire which of them were homosexual. From the newly shortened list of approximately 4, the lookalikes were all invited to a private dinner on the mansion of said famous actor. Much food and wine was had at the dinner, after which all 5 went upstairs and fucked each other. All went upstairs and fucked each other.
I would really like to tell you who that famous Hollywood actor is. But I am not allowed to. I will get into all sorts of bother. And so you are just going to have to guess. Here is a clue. The letters O and T and N are in his name. That is all I am giving you. Apologies. I will get into all Joe, Poppy and David will now choose their favourite room.
So the 5 are cock and ball, armpit cock and balls. Denmark Hill lady.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Long jump crowd had gathered.
Flying knob kid.
Flying knob kid, I should have called it. Sorry. Shagging your lookalikes.
Yeah.
And Bill and Ben, the tree fuckers.
Right.
Oh, God.
For me, it's between 2.
Same.
Yeah, same. Yeah.
Oh, God. Okay, so can I suggest what the 2 are?
Yeah.
Denmark Hill lady
Yeah.
and long jump crowd.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
I'm going to stick my neck out and go long jump crowd for me.
I think long jump crowd, yeah.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
Oh, what a lovely mo.
Yeah.
Okay, so...
I mean, the other one was superb.
It was superb, yes.
Superb.
And don't be down that you came second if you're listening.
No.
You've done a
you
hell
did
of a
ever
job.
so well.
Other weeks you'd have won. You really would have done.
Yeah.
Especially Ep4 when you look back at it.
Yeah.
Right, so should we spread that one?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Open the window, Poppy.
I'm just going to remove.
Okay. You hate this bit, don't you?
I feel like my mind's gone strange from all the
Yeah.
from the goss.
Yeah.
Um,
There we
Remember,
go.
it's a busy street and they need to... You're
There
100
we go.
foot
Up
up.
goes the window. Here we go.
Just go with your gut.
Obviously shout it, they're not going to hear you.
Yeah.
long jump,
Sorry?
long jump.
Is that it?
There's a lad. He's good at the long jump, but his stick keeps falling out.
What bit's that?
So his penis keeps falling out of his shorts every time that he does the long jump. People catch wind, crowds start to gather, he gets better and better at long jumping, and then he one day stops and the crowds disperse.
That sounds a great story now you say it back.
That's the end of that. Bye. Right. Yeah.
Shut the window pretty quick that time.
Yeah,
Forgot to shut it.
that was
Right.
great.
Should we do another power end?
Yeah, over to you, Poppy.
Yeah.
Oh, what
And-
again?
End the
How'd you-
podcast.
yeah,
Alright.
However you want to.
As we say. No, what did you say the last one? As we sang, Gossipmongers.
You say, we say goodbye.
We say goodbye.
We say goodbye.
We say goodbye.
We say goodbye from everyone at Gossipmongers.
Everyone, the three of us. There's not a big team behind it. It's just us and then we go home. Well, I'm going to get a train.
Was my shouting out the window too grumpy?
No, were you being...
No, I just thought it came.
If you would like to send in a bit of unsubstantiated gossip, then please email gossipmongers@yahoo.com. All names will be changed to protect the innocent. Until the time. Next time. Until next time. Next. Until it. Next time.